Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to complete part 2 of the paper 1 multiple choice for May-June 2025 variant 12. In the first part we finished until question 16 as I remember. Today we're going to complete also around like 16 questions or 17, depends on the length of the video. Okay, so let's start directly with question 17. It says 12 crests of water wave pass a boat anchored at sea in a time of 180. Okay, so 12 crests passes a boat or pass a boat. It means there's like 12 waves past the boat. Okay, in a certain time. Now they say the distance between consecutive crests of the wave is 10 meters. Okay, this will be wavelength, lambda. Okay, what is the speed of the wave? They want the speed of the wave. We know already speed of the wave equal to the frequency multiple wavelength. Okay, so wavelength I already have it. How about frequency? Frequency we know already that is it equals to the number of waves over the total time. Okay, they said 12 crests passed. This means that 12 waves, okay, over the total time, which is 180 seconds. Okay, this will give me 0.0666 etc etc. Okay, I put here 7. So if I want the speed is going to be 0.0667 multiple 10 is going to give me 0.67 meter per second. Okay, so it's option B. This is question 17. I hope it's clear. Okay, directly to question 18. The diagrams show example of wave motion. The question is, or before we have here water, waves on water, waves in air because of the drum, so this is sound. Okay, waves in a spring, and I have wave on a rope. They're asking which waves are longitudinal. Remember, longitudinal wave is when the vibration of particles is parallel to the direction of wave. Like here it's going right and left and the direction to the right. Okay, so which one is longitudinal? We have that sound is longitudinal, and in a spring is also longitudinal. So we are in waves 2 and 4 only. Okay, let's remember why the waves on rope or in water are not longitudinal, because notice here the vibration of wave up and down is perpendicular to the direction of wave. So this is called transverse. In a rope and water it's called transverse, but the sound wave and the wave in spring are called longitudinal. Okay, now question 19. They say a ray of light passes through a glass block. The question is, what is the path of the light? Is it A, B, C, or D? In order to understand this, we have to draw the normal. Okay, I know the normal. It is a perpendicular line exactly on the point of incidence. I draw it like this. You know, I can't use a ruler here, so it's not a perfect drawing, but I'll try my best. Okay, I'll draw it here, solid line going down. Okay, in general, this is it. So, from here, definitely D is wrong. Definitely D is wrong because the light will not pass in this direction. And definitely B is wrong. Why is that? Because in B, the ray of light, as you can see, it completes moving without any refraction, which is wrong, because when the ray of light goes from air to glass, it will bend. Okay, so B is wrong. Now in C or A, Remember, glass has more density than air, which means that the ray of light will bend closer to the normal. So it is C. Okay, again, why C? Because it will bend closer to the normal, which means that the refraction angle will be smaller than incident angle. Why is that? Because the density of air is smaller than density of glass. Okay, so the glass will bend it closer to the normal. Okay, question 20. The diagram shows a converging lens forming an image. The question is, what is the focal length? Focal length is the distance between focal point and the center of the lens, right? This is the center of the lens right here. This is the center of the lens. We need to know the focal length. The focal point will be this. This is F and this is C. The distance between them is actually focal length, which is 10, and it's option A. So question 20 is option A. I hope it's clear. Question 21. Which type of radiation does a remote controller use to send its instructions to the TV? I hope you memorize all the uses of the electromagnetic spectrum. And each type, each wave. Okay, this we should know that it is a use of infrared. Okay, remember we say also infrared, we use it for intruder alarm. We use it for thermal imaging, you know. Now question 22, it says, a person exposed to excessive radiation from certain parts of electromagnetic spectrum is likely to suffer cell damage. Okay? Which radiation causes cell damage? Also, this is like dangers of electromagnetic spectrum. I hope you memorize them all. That will cause cell damage is actually two, which are gamma and ultraviolet. Gamma rays and ultraviolet. Okay? Not gamma rays only. Many students are mistaken in this one. It's actually both of them. The gamma and the UV. I hope it's clear. These things are actually, as I said before, in question 22 and 21, things that you have to memorize. Okay? Now, the diagram shows the ranges of human hearing of ultrasound waves, okay? Which characteristic of sound waves do the numbers on the diagram refer to? These here, from here until here. Pay attention, this is 20. And this is 20,000, right? Or what we say, 20 kilo something. If you remember, here they are talking about the frequency because the range is from 20 hertz until 20 kilohertz. Okay? Range of frequency human hearing, okay? I hope it's clear. Now question 24, a student has a bar magnet and two metal blocks, okay? The student places the bar magnet next to end W and end X of a metal block 1, okay? Like here and here. The student places the bar next to an end Y and Z of metal block 2. Okay, here and here. The question is, the diagram shows which ends of the metal blocks are attracted or repelled by the bar magnet, okay? Which metal block are bar magnets? Which metal bar is a bar magnet. Okay, notice like this one, block 1, it is attracted here and here, so it's wrong. Why? Because if block 1 was a magnet, it's going to be attracted once to the south and repelled. Okay, which what actually happens with metal block 2. Okay, so it's only metal block 2. It's option C. Okay, I hope it's clear. So question 24, it's option C. Question 25, a glass rod is rubbed with a silk cloth. The glass rod becomes positively charged. Which statement explains how this happens? In A, they say negative charges move from the glass rod to the silk cloth. They said the glass will be positive, so this is possible because we know already that only negative charges move. So if this is the cloth and this is the rod, okay, they said this becomes positively charged, and we know already this happens because the electrons transfer from here to there. Okay, so option A is most likely the one. Let's check B, negative charge move from the silk cloth. No, this is wrong. In C, they say positive charge move. No, wrong. Positive never move. Also D, wrong. So it's option A. Okay, so only electrons move. Question 26. Which statement describes what is happening when there is an electric current in a metal wire? Okay, they say electrons in the wire vibrate. No, electrons never vibrate. Electrons move along the wire. This is possible. Positive charge in the wire, no. Positive charge move, no. Positive never move. So only electrons move, and this is option B. I hope it's clear. Let's go to question 27. It says, which two electrical quantities have the same unit? Current and charge? No. Current ampere, charge is coulomb, so no. B, electromotive force in volt and potential difference in volt. Yes, correct. This is the correct answer. Potential difference here, V, and current ampere, no. Resistance ohm and electromotive force, no. So it's option B. I hope it's clear, guys. Okay, now question 28. It says 10 volt direct current power supply is connected across a resistor. The current in the resistor is 0. So this is potential difference and this is current, 0.05 ampere. What is the resistance of the resistor? We know already that R equal V over I, which is going to be 10 over 0.05. Okay, and the answer will be, if I use my calculator, is going to be 200, right? 200 ohm, exactly. It's option D. Let's go to question 29. A resistor and a thermistor are connected in series circuit as shown. This is resistor and this is thermistor. Okay, what happens to the reading on the ammeter and voltmeter when the thermistor is heated? Okay, now we have to know that wait, let me just read again. Okay, what happens to the reading on the ammeter and voltmeter when the thermistor is heated, when this one is heated? Okay, we know already that when it is heated, the resistance here will decrease. Okay, which means the current will increase, right? So the current in the circuit will increase. So the ammeter reading will increase. So we are in option C or D. A is wrong and B is wrong. Okay, now we want the voltmeter reading. Okay, so in the thermistor, since the resistance decreases, the voltage in it will decrease, which means the resistor here will get more voltage, more potential difference. Okay, so here the voltage will increase since the voltmeter, as you can see, it is connected to the resistor. So we are in here. It's option D. I hope it's clear. Okay. Now, question 30. In which circuit does the ammeter read 2 ampere? In which circuit the ammeter reads 2 ampere? Let's calculate. So we know already that current equals to total voltage over total resistance. So here is going to be 12 over 6 plus 6, 6 plus 6, so it equals to 1 ampere. So A is wrong, they want 2 ampere. Let's check B. It's going to be volt over resistance, 12 over 3 plus 3, which equals 2 ampere, correct? So it's option B. Let's check the others just to see. The current here, again, voltage over total resistance, 6 over 6 plus 6, which is going to be 0.5. This is wrong. Here, in this one, 18 over 3 plus 3. So 18 over 6, it's 3 ampere, so wrong, because they want 2 ampere. Okay, so question 30 is option B. Okay, I hope it's clear. Question 31, it says 240 volt powered vacuum cleaner has a power output of 2700 watts. Which fuse is suitable for use in the plug of the vacuum cleaner? To find the suitable fuse, we have to calculate the current. Okay, we know already that power equals to current multiple voltage. So current equal to power over voltage, which is 2700 over 240. Okay, which will give me, let me use my calculator, I didn't calculate this before, so it's going to be 2700, and down I have 240, which will give me 11.25. 11.25. So we need a fuse that is that has a value of current higher than this. Okay, which is option D. Okay, we choose the value that is exactly higher than the current we got. Okay, I hope it's clear. Let's go to question 32. They say the transformer in a laptop power supply is used to change the main voltage from 240 volt to 20 volt, which means this is V primary and this is V secondary. Okay, the transformer has 600 turns on the secondary coil, so this is NS, right? Which type of transformer is it, and how many turns does the transformer has on the primary? They need NP. Okay, notice here we're going from a high value to a low value, so it is a step down transformer, right? Since we know it is from 240 till or 220, it is a step down. We are in option B or A. C is wrong, D is wrong. Okay, I hope it's clear so far. Now I need to calculate the number of turns in the primary. I know already Vp over Vs equal Np over Ns. Let's substitute the numbers. VP is 240, VS is 20, NP I don't know, NS is 600. Okay, I want NP here, I can do cross multiple, I will get like 600 multiple 240 over 20. Okay, let me calculate here. 600 multiple 240 divide 20, I got 7,200. I got 7,200 turns, which is option B. Okay, please remember that whenever you calculate the number of turns, it should be a whole number. Okay, it cannot be like a decimal. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let's do now the last question, 33. Okay, it says an iron of element oxygen is negatively charged. Okay, which change caused the iron or the ion to become a neutral oxygen atom? Again, an ion of element oxygen is negatively charged. Which change caused the ion to become neutral oxygen atom? To be neutral, it has to lose electrons, right? Because it is negatively charged. So I need less electrons. I need the electrons to be equal to the protons. So it should lose electrons because electrons are negative. It is option C. Okay, I hope it's clear. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comments below. And have a nice day. I'll see you later. Bye bye.